What if I told you that aging has secret benefits that nobody discusses? While everyone focuses on the downsides, I'm about to reveal the incredible advantages of getting older that society deliberately hides from you. This will completely change how you think about aging. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm exposing something revolutionary, the best parts of aging that our youth-obsessed culture refuses to acknowledge. These aren't consolation prizes. These are genuine superpowers that only come with age and experience. In this video, I'm revealing 12 secret benefits of aging that transform later life into something truly special. These advantages are so powerful that young people would be jealous if they knew. By the end of this video, you'll actually appreciate your age instead of resenting it. But here's the key. You need to watch until the very end, because benefit number 12 is the most powerful and surprising of all. It's the ultimate secret advantage that makes everything else worth it. So let's uncover these secret benefits. Before revealing the benefits, let me explain why nobody talks about them. Our culture has financial incentives to make you fear aging. Anti-aging industries profit from your insecurity. Understanding this manipulation is the first step to recognizing aging's genuine gifts. The anti-aging industry is massive. Billions of dollars depend on convincing you that aging is terrible. Cosmetics, supplements, procedures, all marketed through fear. If you knew aging had benefits, you wouldn't buy their products. Media reinforces negative narratives. Older adults are portrayed as sick, irrelevant, or comic relief. Positive aging stories are rare. This isn't accidental. Youth-obsessed media serves commercial interests, not truth. Even research focuses on decline. Most aging studies examine what goes wrong, what diminishes, what fails. Research on aging's benefits exists, but gets minimal attention. Negative stories get clicks and funding. Society segregates by age. Young and old don't interact much. This prevents knowledge transmission. Young people don't learn aging's benefits from older adults. The secrets remain hidden, but the truth exists. Talk to genuinely happy seniors, and they'll describe incredible benefits. Research confirms what lived experience reveals. Aging brings real advantages. Today, I'm making them visible. Benefit number 1. You finally achieve emotional freedom that's impossible when younger. The anxiety, insecurity, and emotional chaos that dominated earlier decades disappear. Your emotional life becomes remarkably stable and peaceful. Research proves this. Studies show emotional well-being increases with age. Older adults experience emotions just as intensely, but recover faster. They're less reactive and more balanced. This isn't decline, this is mastery. I spent my 20s and 30s emotionally turbulent. Small things triggered big reactions, anxiety dominated. Mood swings were constant. I was at the mercy of emotions. This was exhausting. Somewhere in my 60s, emotional freedom arrived. Things that would have devastated me barely registered. I felt emotions but wasn't controlled by them. The storm became manageable waves. This is incredibly liberating. You stop catastrophizing. When younger, everything feels like the end of the world. With age, you've survived so many catastrophes that you know they're temporary. Perspective creates emotional stability. Drama loses appeal. When younger, you might create or engage in drama. It feels exciting. With age, you recognize drama as wasted energy. You choose peace over chaos. This is wisdom. Emotional freedom is a superpower. You can respond instead of react. Choose wisely instead of impulsively. Maintain peace despite circumstances. This makes life remarkably better. Benefit number 2. You finally stop caring what others think. This liberation is priceless. The constant need for approval that exhausted you for decades simply dissolves. You become unapologetically yourself. Approval-seeking dominates youth. What will people think? Will they like me? Am I cool enough? Attractive enough? Successful enough? This constant monitoring is imprisonment. Then something magical happens with age. Others' opinions lose power. You realize you wasted decades worried about people who weren't thinking about you at all. Everyone's too busy worrying about themselves. This isn't becoming inconsiderate. You still care about loved ones' feelings. But strangers' judgments? Acquaintances' opinions? Society's expectations? These become irrelevant. Your peace matters more. You dress for comfort, not fashion. You pursue weird interests. You say unpopular things. You decline invitations without elaborate excuses. You're authentically yourself without apology. This freedom enables authenticity. When you're not performing for approval, you can finally be real. The energy spent on impression management becomes available for actually living. Young people envy this. They're still trapped in approval seeking. You've been liberated. This is a secret benefit worth celebrating. Benefit number 3. You finally know what truly matters. Decades of experience stripped away illusions. You see clearly what brings lasting satisfaction versus what merely seems important. This clarity is priceless. Youth chases wrong things. You thought career advancement, material success, status, and impressing others mattered. You pursued these for years or decades before discovering they don't actually create happiness. Age provides clarity. Through trial and error, you learned what works. Relationships matter more than achievements. Experiences matter more than possessions. Character matters more than reputation. These aren't concepts anymore. They're proven truths. This clarity simplifies everything. You stop wasting time on what doesn't matter. You invest deeply in what does. No more confusion about priorities. You know what's essential. You recognize real from fake. Fake friends versus true friends. Genuine success versus empty status. Authentic joy versus temporary pleasure. Experience taught you to distinguish what's real. This clarity creates peace. You're not pulled in countless directions. You move confidently toward what matters. Decision-making becomes easier. Life gains coherence. Young people lack this clarity. They're still figuring it out through painful trial and error. You already know this wisdom is a massive advantage. Now, before I continue revealing these secret benefits, I need you to do something. If you want to discover more advantages of aging that society hides, subscribe to this channel right now. I share positive aging content every week that challenges cultural narratives. Hit that subscribe button. Benefit 4. You possess confidence that only experience provides. You've navigated challenges, survived setbacks, and accumulated proof that you can handle life. This unshakable confidence is impossible to fake. Young confidence is often false. Bravado covering insecurity, pretending to know more than they do, or actual overconfidence from inexperience. They haven't been tested. Your confidence is earned. You've faced job losses, health scares, relationship endings, financial difficulties, and grief. You survived all of it. This creates confidence that nothing can shake. You know your capabilities. You're not guessing anymore. You know what you're good at, what you're not, what you can learn, and what you can't. This self-knowledge is powerful. You're comfortable with uncertainty. Life has shown you that you figure things out. You don't need all answers in advance. You trust yourself to handle whatever comes. This is real confidence. You can say, "I don't know." Insecure people pretend to know everything. Confident people admit ignorance. Age teaches that not knowing is fine. This honesty is liberating. This confidence is magnetic. People sense authentic confidence. They trust you more. Seek your advice. Value your presence. Your earned confidence attracts others. Benefit 5. For many, later life brings financial freedom. Major expenses are behind you. You know what you need versus what you want. Financial anxiety that dominated earlier decades often eases significantly. Middle age is financially stressful. Mortgage, children's expenses, retirement savings, maintaining lifestyle. The financial treadmill never stops. You're constantly worried about money. Later, life often improves. House is paid off. Kids are independent. Retirement accounts are what they are. You shift from accumulation to maintenance. The pressure releases. You need less than you expected. Priorities clarify. You realize you don't need the big house, new car, or constant acquisition. Simpler living satisfies. Fewer needs means more contentment. Fixed income becomes manageable. Social Security and pensions provide predictable income. You budget accordingly. The uncertainty of income that characterized working years is gone. You stop comparing financially. You're not trying to keep up with anyone. Your financial reality is accepted. This ends comparison-driven spending and creates peace. Many seniors feel financially comfortable for the first time. Not wealthy, but comfortable. Needs are met without struggle. This isn't universal, but it's more common than acknowledged. Benefit 6. If retired, you have the precious gift of time freedom. Your schedule is finally your own. This temporal sovereignty is incredibly valuable, especially when younger people are drowning in obligations. Working life is time poverty. Long hours, commutes, meetings, deadlines. Every minute scheduled. No control. Constant rushing. Time owns you. You don't own time. Retirement changes everything. You wake naturally. Days unfold at your pace. You pursue interests deeply. You can be spontaneous. Time becomes yours again. This freedom enables presence. When you're not rushing constantly, you can actually experience life. Savor moments. Notice beauty. Be with people. Presence requires time. You can pursue long-neglected interests. Learn new skills. Take classes. Travel. Volunteer. Garden. Create art. Read deeply. Whatever you postponed for decades becomes possible. Time freedom creates well-being. Research shows control over your time predicts happiness more than money. You have something truly precious that most people lack. Young people work constantly. They're building careers, raising kids, managing obligations. You've done all that. Now time is yours. This is a spectacular benefit. Benefit 7. Your responsibilities dramatically decrease compared to middle age. The weight of obligations that crushed you for decades lifts. You're finally free from the burden of being responsible for everyone. Middle age is overwhelming. Career demands, children's needs, aging parents, household management, financial pressure, social obligations. You're responsible for everything and everyone. Later life releases most of this. Children are adults managing their own lives. Parents have usually passed. Career obligations ended. The crushing weight of responsibility lifts. You can prioritize yourself. For decades, you put everyone else first. Now you can finally consider your own needs without guilt. This isn't selfish. After decades of sacrifice, you still contribute, but from choice, not obligation. You can help when you want without being primarily responsible. You're support, not leader. This distinction matters. Decision consequences affect mainly you. Your choices don't risk other people's security anymore. This freedom to take risks or make changes feels liberating. This reduced responsibility creates space. Space for rest, exploration, self-care, and joy. Space you desperately needed but couldn't have when everyone depended on you. Benefit 8. You possess genuine wisdom that only decades of living provide. This isn't knowledge from books or theories. This is embodied understanding from lived experience. It's invaluable. Wisdom can't be taught. You can read philosophy or take classes. But real wisdom comes only through living, through mistakes, consequences, experiences, and reflection. You understand people. You've observed human nature for decades. You recognize patterns, see through pretense, understand motivations. This makes relationships easier. You know what works, not theoretically, but practically. You've tried many approaches to life. You know what creates happiness versus what promises it but doesn't deliver. You have perspective. You've lived through social changes, economic cycles, political swings, personal ups and downs. You know nothing is permanent. This prevents panic. You can mentor younger people. Your wisdom helps them avoid mistakes you made. Your experience guides their choices. This contribution is deeply satisfying. Wisdom is power. Not power over others, but power to navigate life skillfully, to make good choices, to maintain peace, to live well. This is incredible value. Listen, if you're realizing aging has genuine benefits, you absolutely need to subscribe to this channel. I'm passionate about helping seniors recognize their advantages. Hit subscribe so you never miss empowering content. Do it right now. Benefit 9. You finally accept yourself completely. The self-criticism and self-judgment that tormented you for decades dissolves. You make peace with who you are. This self-acceptance is profoundly liberating. Youth is brutal self-criticism. You're never good enough, attractive enough, successful enough. You constantly judge yourself harshly. This creates chronic dissatisfaction. Age brings acceptance. You've been yourself for decades. You're not changing fundamentally now. Fighting reality wastes energy. So you accept yourself as you are. You embrace your quirks. Things you once hid as flaws become accepted as features. You're weird in specific ways. That's fine. Everyone is. Your particular weirdness is yours. You forgive your past self. Mistakes you made at 20 no longer haunt you. You did your best with what you knew then. Blaming yourself for not knowing what you learned later is pointless. You're comfortable in your skin, literally and figuratively. Your body is what it is. Your personality is what it is. Your history is what it is. Acceptance creates peace. This self-acceptance is attractive. When you're comfortable with yourself, others are comfortable with you. Authentic confidence draws people. Self-acceptance enables genuine connection. Benefit 10. Your relationships are deeper and more authentic than ever. Superficiality falls away. What remains are genuine connections based on decades of shared history, mutual acceptance, and real love. Young relationships are often shallow, not by choice but by necessity. You haven't known people long. You're all still figuring out who you are. Depth requires time. Long-term relationships gain richness. Friends you've known for decades, siblings you've grown old with, long marriages, these relationships have incredible depth. You've been through things together, hardships, celebrations, losses, victories. Shared history creates bonds nothing else can. You know each other completely. Acceptance characterizes older relationships. Your close friends know your flaws and failures. They're still here. This unconditional acceptance creates safety impossible in newer relationships. You can be completely yourself. No performing, no pretending. Real relationships with people who've seen you at your worst and best. This authenticity is precious. Quality trumps quantity. You may have fewer relationships, but they're infinitely deeper. A handful of real friends beats dozens of acquaintances every time. Benefit 11. You finally have freedom to be creative. Responsibilities that consumed earlier decades are gone. Time, mental space, and permission to explore creativity all align. This is when many discover hidden talents. Middle age suppresses creativity. Career demands, child rearing, financial pressure leave no time or energy for creative expression. You're surviving, not creating. Later life opens creative possibilities. Time is available. Pressure is reduced. You can take classes, experiment, play. You're free to be bad at things initially because you're not performing for anyone. Many discover talents they never knew they had. Painting, writing, music, gardening, woodworking, cooking. Abilities that lay dormant for decades emerge. This is exciting. Creativity doesn't require talent. It requires willingness to try, fail, learn, and grow. Age provides permission to be a beginner. Young people feel pressure to already know. You can admit you're learning. Creative expression is deeply satisfying. Making things, solving problems, expressing yourself. This brings joy that consumption never provides. Creating is inherently meaningful. Some create their best work later. Many artists, writers, and creators produce their finest work in later years. Skill, wisdom, and freedom combine magnificently. Benefit 12. The ultimate secret benefit is freedom from fear. When you've lived decades, faced death's proximity, and survived countless challenges, fear loses its power. This freedom is the greatest gift of aging. Fear dominates youth. Fear of failure, rejection, judgment, loss, death. Young people are terrified constantly. This fear constrains choices and diminishes life. Age reduces fear dramatically. You've faced what you feared and survived. You know you can handle difficulty. Death's inevitability becomes accepted. Fear dissolves. You've lost things and continued. Friends died. Relationships ended. Jobs disappeared. Health failed. You survived all of it. This proves you're more resilient than you knew. You're closer to death. This could increase fear, but paradoxically reduces it. Accepting mortality clarifies priorities. If you're dying anyway, you might as well live fully now. Nothing seems as scary. Rejection? You've been rejected before. Failure? You've failed and recovered. Judgment? You've survived criticism. Fear becomes background noise. This freedom enables bold living. You try new things. Take risks. Say what you think. Live authentically. Fear no longer constrains you. This is ultimate freedom. Without fear, you're unstoppable. You pursue dreams. Express love. Set boundaries. Live fully. The shackles of fear that imprisoned you for decades are broken. You're finally free. Before I close, I have one crucial message. If these secret benefits resonate with you, if you're starting to see aging differently, you need to be part of this community. Subscribe right now to join thousands discovering aging's advantages. Don't miss another empowering video. Let me explain again why these benefits remain secret. Understanding the mechanisms of suppression helps you resist cultural narratives. Youth-obsessed culture serves capitalism. Insecure consumers buy more. If you're confident, emotionally stable, and accepting of yourself, you don't need products promising to fix you. Segregation prevents knowledge transfer. Older and younger generations don't mix. Young people don't learn from elders. The wisdom and benefits of aging aren't transmitted. Ageism is acceptable discrimination. Society openly mocks and marginalizes older adults in ways that would be unacceptable for other groups. This devaluation obscures aging's benefits. Research funding follows fear. Studies examining decline get more funding than studies exploring benefits. Negative narratives dominate because they're better funded. But resistance is possible. By recognizing these benefits, talking about them, and refusing to accept negative narratives, you change the conversation. Your positive aging inspires others. So there you have it, 12 secret benefits of aging that nobody talks about. From emotional freedom to fearlessness, from wisdom to deeper relationships, aging brings incredible advantages. Remember, aging isn't just decline, it's growth, freedom, wisdom, and liberation. Society lies about this because the truth doesn't serve commercial interests. But you know better now. If you found this eye-opening, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who need this message. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for weekly content celebrating aging's advantages. Drop a comment below. What secret benefits of aging have you discovered? What advantages do you enjoy now that you couldn't when younger? Share your experience to inspire others. I also want to hear from younger viewers. Did this change how you think about aging? Are you actually looking forward to some of these benefits now? Let us know. Remember, every stage of life has gifts. Youth has advantages, and so does age. Instead of resenting aging, recognize and celebrate its genuine benefits. You have superpowers you didn't have when younger. Thank you so much for watching. I'm passionate about revealing aging's hidden advantages. Too many seniors internalize society's negative messages. You deserve to know the truth. Until the next video, embrace your age with pride. Recognize the secret benefits you possess. You're not losing power, you're gaining different powers, and they're spectacular.